going to do something though. Here we go. So I'm going to put my body cam on so I can give you guys all credit for this. Okay, so that way you guys are all accounted for here at this class. Just so that way I can at least say that you guys were here. Snitch, you need something there, buddy?
No, I'm trying to make myself more visible.
I promise you I can see you, Stitch. I am turning my camera. If it makes it feel a little more at ease, I will walk around the room just a little bit here and there to make sure that I'm kind of moved over for everybody.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
I appreciate it, sir.
I don't want you guys to feel like I'm not acknowledging you, but I am. I promise you, I am rotating my cam just to make sure that my body camera fully covers everybody and all of their names and everybody that's here attending. Okay, so real quick here, obviously everyone knows this one. Sorry, I was reading the chat there. Okay, so just real quick, I just want to go over this. The chain of command is going to be the chief for our number 1. Then we have our DFGs, our Colonel Gens, our LT Gens, our Major Gens, HRTO, HFTO, our FTO, Vested, Badge, and Rookies. The other thing that I want to go over with you guys is going to be speed limits. Once you pass your test, failing to obey traffic laws will result in an automatic reprimand. A second offense will lead to termination. Officers must obey traffic laws. PD, VDMing, or similar offenses are unacceptable.
Nina.
Sir, quick question. If we do accidentally VDM somebody, is there a way to report that?
Yeah, you're going to use your body cam. I will cover
Yes, sir,
that.
thank you.
I will cover that in just a second. Your name is overlapped really badly. Is it Douglas? Yeah, Douglas. Please try to hold your mic. If you have a question, raise your hand and I will call on you. Okay, so one thing I want to go over really quick, okay, is going to be the speed limits. That's probably going to answer your question, Mr. Douglas, so just hold on one second here. So green zone speed limit 40, but not exceeding 60. Venice, no more than 60. Compton, between 80 and 100, but in pedestrian areas, no more than 40. Elsewhere, no more than 100. PD Garage, 25. One of the things I want to go over about that is let's say you're out doing an MP, you start getting shot at. Those cars are not good. They are made with aluminum. I promise you they will fall apart. If that so happens to be the case, then that does happen to you. You are allowed to speed up to get away. Once you have gotten away, you need to go back to following the original traffic laws and rules that were in place to begin with before being shot at. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. I'm glad that we got a lively bunch of y'all. The last group I had didn't even really respond. Yeah, Jackson.
If I am in fear for my life, can I request backup?
Yeah, you're always able to request for backup from somebody, but the only thing is you are not allowed to respond to backup.
What do you mean by that?
So let's say that you requested backup because you were being shot at. Okay, right? Like you're being shot at. I'm shooting at your car, but you get away from me. You're allowed to say in chat where those shooters were at, the description of those shooters, if you are able to get that glimpse. But let's say that I go out, right? I'm a vested officer, and I request 1032 needing backup, right? You are not allowed to respond to that without a vested officer telling you that you can go to a ride-along, and even doing so on that ride-along, you are not allowed to get out of the vehicle. I cannot emphasize that any more clearly. You leave in your MP vehicle, you come back in your MP vehicle. If your MP vehicle gets destroyed but you don't get killed, you respawn back. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because if I catch anybody doing the opposite, if I catch anybody doing the opposite of what I'm saying, I promise you we will go talk to the chief. And she can be very sweet. until you piss her off. So let's try not doing that, because she is the kindest human in the world, I promise you. All right, so I'm gonna kind of move along here real quick. Gonna move on to the next little bit that I've got here. So one state RP rules. Deathmatch, dealing damage or killing another player's character for no RP reason. Let's not do that. RP2, deathmatch auto, dealing damage or destroying another player's vehicle for no RP reason. Punishment is also 20 minutes in jail, just the same as RP1, which is also 20 minutes in jail. RP3, non-RP power, exceeding physical capabilities of an RP character. Punishment, 10 minutes in one state jail. RP4, non-roleplay, NRP, violation of the RP character action logic and or creation of the unrealistic situations is punishment by 15 minutes. So, moving on here. Oh, not a single one of you is going to salute me? Wow. I feel slightly hurt.
I'm sorry, sir. I was
Sorry, sir. Will never happen again.
I thought we were friends. Well.
I'll follow along in the rules, sir. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right, you guys. That's okay. Just making sure you're paying attention. All right, so moving on. RP5, metagaming. So using real world information in RP, punishment for 20 minutes mute and 20 minutes in one state jail. So let's kind of go over a little scenario here. Let's say we're gonna talk outside the game. I'm gonna use this as an example here. Let's say you were going to fight Medusa, right? Everyone knows who Medusa is, right? She could turn you to stone. And let's say in the process of going to fight, Medusa, you knew already that you needed to take and have a mirror, right? Because if you use a mirror on Medusa, she's going to turn to stone on herself, correct? So if you knew that outside of the game, and you decided that you were watching that on TikTok or whatever the case may be, and you brought that mirror to use on Medusa, that would be metagaming. That would be using real world information to win your scenario. We don't do that.
Yes, sir.
All right, so moving on. RP rejection. Rejection of an RP process for personal gain. That's punishment by 30 minutes in one state jail. Let's not do that one either. Okay, so moving on to RP7. Disciplines. So disciplines RP, which would be via /do/me/try commands. That one's gonna be 20 minutes in one state jail. RP8, everybody knows RP8, AFK, right? We don't go AFK. AFK is not a good thing. Going AFK for longer than 5 minutes is punishment by disconnection from the server. We don't want that. Nobody in here wants that, right?
No, sir.
All right, so moving on to RP9, drive by a DB, damaging or killing a player's character without any Jesus Lord, I've actually started reading the next one. So DB, damaging or killing another player's character with any vehicle. We're not going to do that. RP10, a repeat kill, killing and or chasing a player after they die. That's a punishment ban for 30 minutes. We don't want to do that one either, right?
No, sir.
All right, so moving on, guys. I'm trying to make this feel a little bit more fun than what it should be.
Sir.
Yeah, what's up, Jackson?
So you said RPA going to AFK is like disconnection, right? What if you have to log out?
Well, then you put out of service and you fly out of the system.
Okay, thank you.
No, absolutely. All
I
right.
think Headshot had a question too.
Yeah, what's up, Headshot?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, cool.
It was basically the same day he was asking.
All right, for sure. Yep, for sure. Okay, so what was I on? So RP10, repeat kill, RK, killing and or chasing a player after they die. That's a punishment ban for 30 minutes. We don't want to do that. That's not RPing by any means. RP11, non-compliance with protected areas, committing crimes or attacking other characters in green zones or work zones. That's also punishment by 30 minutes in one state jail. RP12, that would be NRP, kidnapping. Unrealistic kidnapping attempt. Any kidnapping attempt in which the number of kidnapped players is greater than 50% of the total number of kidnappers is considered unrealistic. Kidnapping attempts on more than 5 players at the same time are also considered unrealistic. Punishment for that is also 30 minutes in jail. So, with that being said, RP13, faction NRP, non-RP behavior. Within game factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by police. We're definitely not going to do that, especially because that's going to lead, pretty much, long story short, from you being removed from the faction and 30 minutes in jail to 3 days ban. And we don't want that to happen to you guys. RP14, you guys kind of witnessed this happen earlier. Me and Sir Nicholas, he came in here and kind of talked about that with me. That's going to be sexual harassment. We do not, will not, absolutely not tolerate that. We are not going to deal with that. If you're going to do anything of that sort, I promise you, you will be removed. We're not going to deal with sexual harassment. That's not cool. So RP14, any form of non-consensual sexual activity, including but not limited to simulated and explicit dialogues and or actions using ethnic or LGBT plus related slurs, stalking, or excessive attention, undressing / touching other characters in a sexual way is strictly prohibited. All sexual activities should have prior OC consent recorded from all parties, such as role play, should therefore not be held in public areas or areas where players commonly visit, which would be like prison / jail, hospital, working places, parking lots, etc. That punishment is up to 24 hours to 30 days ban. One of the things I want to go over with you guys, yeah, we don't want to do that, right? One of the things I want to go over with you guys is going to be one of the new RP rules that we have here for ourselves, and that's going to be don't create a toxic environment, you guys. That's going to be RP15. Just don't create a toxic environment. If you see a chief or a DFG or somebody of a higher rank inside of a similar room to what we have going on right here, right? We're not just going to barge in. We're going to knock. We're going to make sure that they know that we're knocking. Obviously, they will acknowledge you, but if they tell you to come back later, please do listen to your higher up and come back later, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to go over the PD policies really quick, and then I'm going to go over what the rookies are not allowed to do, and we should be good to go, okay? So, real quick here, I just want to go over... I'm going to start with the PD policies, and then we'll move on to what you're not allowed to do. And then after that, we'll move forward. So, number 1 for PD policies, respect is a must. Respect everybody. Okay? I don't even care if you're a rookie and a rookie. You respect each other. We're all family here. We all get along. We all love each other. And we will respect everybody. Everybody needs to respect everyone. I don't, I don't have any other better way to say that, but just please respect everyone. And I don't want to see anyone get in trouble, so please just respect anybody that's talking to you. If you have a problem, please report that to the next up chain of command from you, which is a badged officer. Once you've reported that to them, or you feel like that's not working, report to a vest. If a vest isn't doing what they're supposed to do, please move up the chain of command. Just make sure that you follow the actual protocol first before you decide to do that, okay? So number 2, follow the speed limits. Adhere to specific speed limits in different areas. Please follow that. Follow the traffic law. Follow the traffic laws. So include stopping at red lights and stop signs. Turn signals are not mandatory. We all know how that works on here. Ain't nobody ever took the time to put on a turn signal. I don't think so anyway. If you have, then I commend you because that takes a lot of time.
I did on my test, and they gave me extra credit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of proud of you on that. I think you're the first one that's ever had that happen.
I did too. He said I didn't have to use them.
Nope. Yep. That's not mandatory, but I applaud you for doing so. So moving on to AFK is prohibited. Going AFK can lead to serious consequences, including demotion and or termination. Let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Say what?
If I have a question.
I have a question. Go ahead, Jackson. I'm just screwing with you. Go ahead.
So, is it better to just fly out if you have to do something AFK? Like, is it better to just fly out to stay in the game?
Absolutely. So if you go to your 10 codes and macros, right, and you go down through your macros and you get to your 10 codes, you see how I just posted HFTO 10.7 out of service? That means that you're flying out of the game. Genuinely, if you can, always try to, at least if you can, let somebody know what's going on. If you can't, it's not like you're going to be in trouble. Just make sure that you use 10.7 out of service. Okay, I forgot what I was at. AFK. So number 5. Follow the chain of command. Issues should be escalated through the appropriate leaders, not necessarily directly to the chief or a chief's assistant. So I kind of just covered that, right? So if you have an issue, we're going to report to who?
Chief's assistant.
The best officer, sir.
Correct. Scooby, what'd you say?
Yeah, I was answering the question.
Okay, yeah. What were you going to say, Scoob?
The highest rank available, So, in this case, be a vested or a badged officer, anybody but, the highest one. It will be the next one over to your rank. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So always, and I applaud you, Sir Scooby, and then Headshot, I applaud you. Great answers. I'm glad that you guys were retaining that information and were capable of shooting that out as quick as you guys did. Good job. Okay, so follow the chain of command. Issues, like I said, should be escalated through the appropriate leaders, not necessarily directly to the chief or chief's assistants. What's that? So what that means is kind of like what I've already said there. You're going to report to a badged officer. If that badged officer if you feel that badged officer hasn't made a difference in the process that you said, report to a vest officer. A vest officer is going to make sure that they try to do their job, and I promise you every vest officer here is very good at doing what they need to do. That's why they're in the position that they are. Okay, so moving on. Geez, Gray, I know you're excited, but you don't have to take up on top of the table about it. Okay, so moving on. All right, so activity is... No, you're good. You're good. Activity is a must. Officers must meet minimum activity requirements with specific hours for officers and assistant chiefs. Full RP is a must. Always roleplay the situations, even if the other party doesn't. So maintain your RP, right? Maintain your roleplay. Don't let them discourage you. Don't fall out of roleplay. You don't want to do that. That's not a good time. Okay, so number 8, always follow higher ups' orders promptly without argument, following instructions from supervisors. Sir Gray, could you slide over a little more to your chair, sir? Absolutely appreciate it. So that was a good example right there. So yeah, Headshot, go ahead.
Yes, sir. You said always maintain role play and try not to let them get into. If someone is just being too difficult, could we just call another officer and let them handle it, or is there a way to get, like, if somebody's just being super difficult with you?
Okay, so real quick, I'm kind of gonna just go over that really quick. Actually, that's a good question. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. Okay, so Headshot, just step up here real quick. Okay, so let's say you were in the middle of arresting me, right? And in the middle of excuse me, in the middle of arresting me, when you're going through the process, right? Let's say that you're trying to add. Let's say you're trying to tell me my charges, right? And you're in the middle of talking to me, but I won't stop talking. Do not break RP. Just keep going with what you're doing. Make sure that if they're talking over you, to use your. So, like for me, for instance, I'll just kind of give you an example. Let's say. Let's say that I just arrested you, right? And you're not listening to me, and I'm trying to tell you what you're being charged with. So you're not letting me talk. You're walking over my mic. Let's say that in the middle of that, you've already bribed me, right? And I'm trying to tell you that that you had bribed a police officer, which is a 1.10. I'm just gonna post that right there. 1.10, bribing a police officer. I'm letting you know that charge that you're getting. Let's say in the process you also hit my car, but I can't tell you that because you won't let me talk. I'm also going to charge you with a 2.1, damage to state property. So don't break role play. Don't feed into it by any means, okay? If you feed into it and you break RP, they're going to report you. And we don't want that.
Yes, sir. Understood.
All right, sir, go ahead and head back to your seat. All right, did everyone kind of understand what I was meaning by that?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right, we'll kind of go over that part a little bit better when we're downstairs and we do the 1080, 1011. So do not listen in on higher ups meetings. So like, let's say Ma'am Chief was in her office, right? And I'm in there talking to her and we see that you approach the door and you put do knocks and you knock on the door. And she says, please give us a minute. I will address your matter in a moment. I'm currently in a meeting having a conversation with a higher up. What would you do?
Leave immediately. Go wait.
Absolutely. You're going to leave immediately. She will radio for you. Chief may have a lot going on, but I promise you if there is an urgent matter that you need taken care of and you follow the appropriate chain of command, but nothing has happened about it, and you report that to her, I promise you she will take action and handle that for you. Okay, so moving on. Close all doors. Mandatory to close all doors except for specific ones like the mission room, the armory, and the infirmary. Those are not specific for you to close. You don't need to close those, but all other doors, please close behind you. Number 11, don't barge in. If the higher ups are in a meeting with a closed door, always knock before entering, but please make sure that you've been given permission to enter. Number 12, you must have a driver's license. Obviously, all of you guys, I would assume, have driver's license. I think all of you have done an MP here recently. At least I hope so. Otherwise, somebody somewhere is going to get in trouble. All right, so possession of a state-issued driver's license and passing a PD-issued driver's test are required to drive. Insubordination is prohibited. Giving orders to a supervisor is not allowed. I promise you, you do not want to walk that path. That one's not cool. I've seen that happen to somebody. It's not a good time. You will not like the outcome. Moving on.
What happened? Moving on.
Do what, Jackson?
What happened? They did what to a supervisor?
No, well, so insubordination, giving orders to a supervisor is not allowed. You don't want to do that. So let's say there's no blue suits on, but I'm on, right? I'm a vested officer. I'm above you guys. I'm an HFTO, head field training officer. Let's say I told you to go do an MP and you decided to tell me, no, why don't you go RP? That's not going to go over well. Let's see. Oh, must pay attention to the radio. I want to give you guys all credit. I appreciate every single one of you. Douglas, Scooby, Gray, Romania, Jackson, Headshot, and Squad, Snitch. I appreciate all of you. You guys all paid attention to the radio, and I appreciate that, and that means a lot to me. Romania, go ahead.
I have a question. How do I knock on a door?
Okay, so you know what the backslash is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in chat, just like that, you see how it says knocks on door? So you'd click on chat, you'd hit backslash, you'd type do, and then space, knocks on door. And then you would hit enter, and then it's going to pop up all in pink like that. That's how you know you did it correct.
I'm gonna have to be excused for just 1 second. I'm up at work right now, and they just busted a water pipe out on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely, Headshot. We're about finished with this anyway. So I'll kind of just finish up with you on the rookies are not allowed to do later if I'm on and you're on.
Yeah, you kind of went through it with me earlier too, so I kind of got the gist of it. But a second talking through would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. You're dismissed, sir. Please just make sure that you use the correct code for flying out, and I will see you a little bit later.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed day. Appreciate serving with y'all, brothers and sisters.
All right, be easy. Okay, so moving on here really quick. Let's see. All right, so moving on. Must post body cam footage and booking information. All body cam footage from arrest and booking information must be posted. Number 16, must ride with a partner. Officers are required to ride with a partner. It just makes your life easier. Jackson, I'm going to assume your question is about the must post body cam footage and booking information.
How you know?
I've done this a few times to just take a wild guess. Okay, so to answer your question, sir, what I mean by that, when I say post your body cam footage, you're going to post your screen record. So whenever you go out, you're required to screen record.
Okay, so like whenever I'm doing anything, like even MPs.
That would be probably recommended because that's going to cover you if somebody tries to say that you were not following what you were supposed to be doing. Even if you don't post it, but if you have it for time being while you're a rookie, it will save you, I promise you, tenfold over. All right, so... Hey!
The mic.
So what?
Yeah, so you are able to screen record. We'll kind of cover that here just in a little bit. I'll go over that if you need any help. So moving on. Jesus, where was I at? Okay, so no patrolling or policing in personal vehicles. Use of a personal vehicle for duty requires prior approval. So one thing you guys can't do, can't, shouldn't, should not, probably not a wise idea. Don't spawn a personal car, especially yours. Don't be going out and policing in your personal car. That is not allowed. If you get caught doing that, I promise you that you're also not going to have fun with that experience either. So moving on, all officers must drive cars that the game rank allows them to drive and not any other cars without prior approval from the higher up officer. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. So moving on to the final thing here that I want to go over with you guys is rookies are not allowed to. Keyword, not allowed to. So rookies are not allowed to make arrest, disobey orders, go to first floor, spawn personal cars, spawn PD, RP cars from the blue circle. We do not want to do that. Romania, go ahead.
Will the voice and audio and video be posted to like a social media?
Wait, can you say that again?
Discord.
Will video and audio be recorded and placed on a social media site?
Only on Discord, ma'am, and only in the police Lamita chat. Otherwise, it'll be posted and uploaded. Some of your stuff is going to be a little recording for a long period of time. You'll have to use YouTube, or maybe if you're a live streamer, you can post that from your live stream. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have to upload it to YouTube and then send the link over and drop that link over into the area for your arrest. All right, so let's see here. Jackson, can you please stop punching the chair, sir? That chair did nothing to you.
I hate this chair.
Yeah, well, it could be worse. I could take the chair away and you could just stand for the whole meeting. That chair has seen some stuff, sir. That chair has seen some stuff. All right, so moving on. Yeah, Scooby, what's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm still not into the PD Discord channel talking about Discord. So I don't know what's up with that.
I will get that addressed and handled immediately after we're done.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so where was I? Okay, so number 6, engage in discussion with civilians. No, don't do it. Number 7, keep in contact with any gang members. Don't do that one either. Don't tase anybody. That one's pretty simple. That's pretty much all it says. Don't tase. Yeah, go ahead, Romania.
I have a boyfriend that's a gang member.
Break up with him immediately.
Jackson, can you please hold your mic? Okay, so Romania, we're gonna address that after this meeting. We'll go from there after we address that. Okay.
Copy.
Okay, so whoa! Don't tase anybody. No use of any weapons. Do not go upgrade your business or character shop without a supervisor. Number 11, do not go on a ride along with another rookie. Just don't do it. Go on a ride along with a civilian. Don't do that. Handcuff anyone without permission. Do not do that. And by permission, I'm referring to if the civilian tells you to handcuff them, that is not what that means. Don't handcuff anybody unless if a vested or higher gives you the okay to do so. Do not speed in the city or run red lights unless if you are being shot at. We already kind of discussed that. Do not get your MP car wheels off the ground or VDM somebody. Please just don't do that one either. Address all other officers with anything other than sir or ma'am. Do not disrespect anybody. Do anything out of common without asking for permission. Get out of the car without permission from a general, plus, or training officer. Do not respond to a 1032 radio call outside the training hours without a supervisor. Do not go into the jail room. That's on first floor. You shouldn't be there anyway. 22, do not blast music through your mic. Number 23, hold your mic while higher up is already using their mic to communicate. 24, ask for rank ups and promotions. Don't do that. Listening in on people talk in a room without knocking and letting them know that you are there. We discussed that. Don't do that one either. 26, ignore when you're being called through the radio. You guys are pretty good at that. You guys did not do that at all. I appreciate every one of you paying attention to the radio. Absolutely outstanding work. Be away from the keyboard, AFK, for longer than 5 minutes. Don't do that. 28, request for evaluation test before the 1 week probation. Please don't do that one either. 29, do not go to the military base. That one's just basic. Very simple. Don't go there. You don't need to be there. There's no reason to be there. 30, take your mission patrol out of course, not following MP checkpoints. And do not try to bribe the chief offering money and or money equivalents in exchange for ranks or favors. Do you guys understand everything that I went over with you guys today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Miss Romania, Scooby, come with me. We're going to go have a quick conversation really fast.
Is your name Scooby?
I think he was going to go do his MPs, sir. I think. Everyone else, you're dismissed. Please go do your MPs and just behave yourselves. Scooby, Romania, please follow me.
Bro, great.
Because after that, I put in my red ticket and then go ahead and come in, Nick.
Does that count as knocking, ma'am?
It's close enough for me. What's up, buddy?
Okay. Well, one of them is kind of a private conversation. Douglas, did you need something, sir? All right, go do your MPs then, please. Did you want to finish with GHT really quick, or do you have a minute to talk in private? The private conversation is going to be more or less towards Romania. Scooby just needs to be added to DC police channel for the Discord.
Yeah, for Scoob, I put in that request a couple hours ago or so, and they'll take a little bit to get onto it. But yes, Scoob, you'll be added for sure.
There you go.
And then
Thank you, Chief.
Oh, absolutely. And Scoob, welcome back. It's good to see you. It's good to hear you. Have missed you. I know you're going to be amazing again. So.
Okay.
Likewise, ma'am. Thank you so very
So
much.
just hold on, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. But could you please just go wait over by the elevator, and I'll address that. I'll address that with you when I have a free moment.
And then what was up with Romina?
So, I'm not sure. I've never had to deal with this situation yet, so
Why did my character keep punching?
So I kind of just
Look great. Great. All we got to do is do these until we call.
GHT, you should be okay. We'll just kind of wait until everyone gets their MPs.
Yeah, she's here. Good.
I'm just waiting for everyone to get their MPs here, ma'am, before we bring it up. It's going to be something that I find going to be technically, to me, a little bit private and should be dealt with by you and nothing else. Jackson, did you need anything? Mr. Gray, did you need anything? Is there anything stopping you from your MPs?
Nah, we doing the patrol. We doing the patrol. Wait, no Gray.
I think Gray flew out.
All right, I'm finna go do the MPs. That's why I was right here. I wasn't listening.
Nope, you're good, Jackson. Appreciate you, brother. Wait, what happened? Oh, GSG's back there. So in the process, I was going over the rookies do not, which, by the way, every rookie that we had hired today was in there. So they all are going to have credit for being at the PD handbook. I did go out of my way to get that done tonight, just for the sheer fact that I needed to fly out, but I also know